Well, let's go and cure her then.
Father Hubert, a man with a mission.
Yeah. But is it a mission from God?
I wondered what Hubert had used to make his candles. The snake bite had affected Nico badly.
Is she in any condition to talk? I doubt it.
Nico, I brought you this root.
Oh.
No way was she going to be able to chew the root. I needed to give her the antidote in a more digestible form.
The classic earwax candles. Yep. I'm sure that's what they're made of. Smelly candles.
Do you want to tell me what happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise, and in a moment of weakness, animal passion reared its rampant head.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels.
Yeah, we know how that affected him. Now having 8 children.
Did you experience some kind of a physical liaison at the village?
Maybe.
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
Do the monkey
I've never
dance.
heard it called that before. And I didn't want to pry any deeper into Hubert's murky past.
Well, we already know what happened after the monkey dance. It is a different type of monkey dance that I know of myself. It's from another game. Do the monkey dance.
The shaman thinks you should go visit your kids.
So, he told you?
Yup.
Look, Hubert, having an extended family is nothing to be ashamed of. If I was you, I'd be ashamed of not being there for them.
It was that damned monkey dance that led me astray.
Yeah. A sight like that must be difficult to forget.
Well, at least now we know he is not a Catholic priest.
I've got the root, Hubert.
I think that's
What are you
Catholic.
waiting for? Give it to the gal.
I've tried, but she won't take it.
Oh, you fool, George. You'll have to extract the sap so that you can drink it.
Right.
You got it, man. And we know just the way to do it. So you keep on playing there, Padre, while we do this.
The cone was
Time to squeeze the juice out of this root and make some ginger ale.
As the liquid was squeezed from the root, it collected in the cone.
I wonder if George won't do this if you don't put the cone down.
The cone contained the precious antidote.
Could be the Rasputin style of priest. The more you sin, the holier you are. True, could be. Careful now. Easy
Look,
steps.
Hubert, the antidote.
Well, what are you waiting for? Give it to the girl, quickly.
That cone is a lot longer than I thought it would be. Looks like an ice cream cone.
Nico,
I got your ice cream here.
here, drink this.
I saw a weird commercial on TV. I wanted to get you this.
Horrible.
Just swallow it down. Okay, try and rest now, darling. You'll need all your strength when we go after the other 2 stones.
Other stones? What other stones? What have you gotten me into now, Josh Stobart?
You don't have to go.
The patient is sounding more like her old self already.
Uh-huh.
Nico recovered quickly from her fever.
I'm sure we're in the
To save
Caribbean.
time, we decided to split up and look for each stone independently. I
Smart.
traced the pirate Ketch to a remote island in the Caribbean. With the fortune he'd amassed from piracy, he'd retired to a place that was later called Ketch's Landing.
Well, I wonder if that's where Ketch has hidden his treasure.
The guy was studying a large document.
So welcome to the Caribbean. Wherever in the Caribbean we may be. That is for us to find out.
It looked like a set of plans.
Seems to be building something here because they have all
I
the equipment.
recognized the instrument as a theodolite, but I had no idea how to operate it.
Well, it's like a binocular. Shouldn't be too difficult.
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. Just taking a look. Don't mind us.
Get out of there.
You know, wherever I go, I hear those words. Paris, Syria, Ireland, or Spain. Makes no difference.
What do you think you're doing?
I was trying to show some interest in your project.
But apparently you don't care, mister.
It was a net left to dry in the sunshine.
Seems to be a house up on that hill. Now that's what he's looking at. The house. So what you doing here, mister?
Hi, is this Ketch's Landing?
Yeah, that's right.
My name's George Stobart. You're a surveyor, right, Mr.
Bronson. And of course I'm a surveyor. Why the hell else would I have a theodolite?
I don't know. Hobby, maybe?
Yeah, right. What brings you here, anyway?
I'm searching for an ancient Mayan artifact.
What is it? Some kind of jewel?
Actually, it's
No, it's obsidian. A black stone with supposedly mystic powers.
You're nuts.
Are you gonna blather everything out to everybody, George? Never comes to mind that some of these people might be Karzak's agents, so you should be a little more subtle about all of this, you know? No? That's what I thought. George is a dumbass.
Look at this. An article about a total eclipse of the sun.
Oh,
Instead of a total eclipse of the heart.
Listen, I don't want to be rude, but it just comes naturally. I really don't care.
What are you doing with a theodolite?
Surveying the old house. I got great plans for this place.
Oh, yeah?
You bet. Take a look around. What do you see?
A hotel resort.
Paradise.
I see opportunity. This place is ripe for development.
I like it just the way it is.
A resort?
And that's where we differ. You see, Mr. Stobart, I'm what you might call a man of vision. I see a great future for Ketch's Landing, and it all starts here, with that house.
A resort area? Just say it already. I know
How
you're
do you
gonna...
survey a house like that?
I put a target reflector on the end of one of the flagpoles up there on the house. I sight on it from various locations through the theodolite, record the angles along the baseline, and triangulate them to give me the exact position of the target. Understand?
Yep.
Why the end of the flagpole? Wouldn't it have been better on a corner of a wall or something?
Are you a surveyor?
No, my degree's in law.
Then shut up.
The flagpole is a lot easier thing to focus on than just a corner of a house, George. Just keep it to your law things, not surveying things. Well, hello there, Blacktails. Welcome to the live stream. George, subtle? You're not playing the right game if you want a subtle protagonist. Larry's more subtle. True. George is not subtle at all. He's the straightforward blabbermouth, pretty much. He doesn't think before he talks.
The stone I'm looking for.
What makes you think you'll find it here?
Because when the stones were stolen in the 17th century...
Hold it. The stones have been lost for 300 years?
Pretty much.
Approximately.
And you're hoping to find them again? You're nuts. And why here?
A wise old Indian shaman told me he saw the stones in a vision.
Ha ha. That's rich. Listen, I got work to do, okay?
Yeah, we'll let
Catch
you.
you later, Bronson.
Hopefully not. George, you lovable buffoon. Just blathering everything out to all the strangers you meet. Never thinking before talking.
It was a seaworthy little craft, in bad need of a coat of paint, but spotlessly clean and maintained.
Then it doesn't need any paint. Looks fine as it is.
The kid looked about 11 or 12. He was fishing with the intense concentration of someone who had all the time in the world.
Kicking him into the freaking water.
You want to buy some fish?
Nah, I don't like fish. What's your name?
Rio. It means river. What about you?
George. It means, well, it's just a name.
Well, it's also a name of many kings and such, so it's not just a name. Although it doesn't really mean anything, but still. It's a regal name.
Is it true that Captain Ketch lived around here?
That's right. That's his house up on the hill. It's a museum now.
Yeah? That's exactly what I need. Thanks, kid.
You won't get inside, you know. The old ladies close it down.
And also, that kid has a really deep voice for his age.
What do you know about Captain Ketch?
Just what everybody knows around here. He was a pirate and get himself hung.
Quite a many pirates have got that kind of an ending.
No school today?
No, sir.
What about your education?
I can fish, sail, and swim. I've been looking after myself since I was 6, and I'm bilingual.
Aren't you a little overqualified for a beach bum?
Well, you know, there's a lot of competition.
Yeah, fishing can have a lot of competition. Besides, this looks very serene here and quiet, so he's doing very well for himself. Nice smile on the icon. Yeah, I noticed that too. Like, a super big. Big smile, big smile.
Do you know anything about a forthcoming eclipse?
No, but that explains why the weather's about to get real bad.
Rio, it's a beautiful day. There's no more than a whisker of cloud in the sky.
Trust me, man, it's going to get real bad.
We believe you. I think.
Who are these old ladies you mentioned?
Miss Frost and Miss Mina Ketch.
Catch?
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. They kind of regret it, you know. The man's a crook.
Yeah, I can tell that from his voice and attitude already. And also, you mentioned that the other lady's name is Ketch?
Will you help me get those plans?
I don't want to go nowhere near that man. He promised to drown me when he found the fish I left in his sleeping bag.
Ooh, nasty. Good on you.
Do you know anything about pirate treasure?
Man, that's all stories. There's no such thing as a real pirate treasure.
There might be, just nobody has ever found any. And besides, all the treasures that people could find are in the old wreckages that are in the deepest depths of the oceans that nobody can ever get to yet. Or just haven't found yet. So much seafloor still to be explored in the world. I wonder how much of the Earth's seafloors actually have been properly and thoroughly mapped out. I mean, the whole planet is 70% water, right?
A cute little putty tad. Actually, no. It was a mangy old flea bag. It was busily torturing a red ball.
It doesn't look that mangy to me. And besides, cats love to do that. They love to play with the balls. Yarns of balls, rubber balls. Just don't give your own balls to them. That would be nasty. Just thinking about it is making me cross my legs and cringe.
Two old ladies were sitting outside the house enjoying afternoon tea.
I wonder if they're gonna be stereotypically British. Or something else. Something stereotypical is gonna be happening here.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Other than the other is fat and the other is
Mr.
skinny.
Stobart, would you care for tea?
No, thank you, ma'am. I don't like tea.
There's the stereotype. Two old ladies. The other one is huge. The other one is super skinny. They have a cat. They're drinking some tea. Stereotyping much.
Is that your cat?
Yes, it is. That's Ruddles.
Ruddles?
Do you like cats, Mr. Stobart?
Yeah.
I love them. They're so cute with their claws and their little puckered butts.
Aren't they, though?
Don't encourage him, Mina.
Don't ever mention the cat's little puckered butts again, George.
Can you tell me anything about Captain Ketch?
More than you can tell me about your great-great-great-great-grandfather, no doubt.
You're his descendants?
Certainly. Captain Ketch was born in Dorset, England, in the reign of King Henry VIII. His family were undistinguished farmers, but young Frederick Ketch decided to go to sea.
We have plenty of seamen in our family, Mr. Stobart.
Are you interested in history, Mr. Stobart?
Yes, I am.
Especially in Ketch history. Because we're looking for the stone. That's the only reason, really.
You were telling me about Captain Ketch. Do go on.
Oh, yes. He sailed under Hawkins.
Jim Hawkins?
John Hawkins, one of the great traders of the Elizabethan age. In 1568, Frederick Ketch was a young man serving aboard the Jesus, Hawkins' flagship. They sailed from England to Africa and across the wide Atlantic to these islands. Ketch was never to see the shores of England again.
Poor Ketch. And also, I'm Henry VIII, I am. That's a joke that I just thought of during when they were talking about King Henry VIII, but I didn't get a proper place to tell that stupid joke, and now that I have told it, I'm sorry. It's not a very good joke.
How come Ketch never made it home?
Because the Spaniards sank the Jesus in an act of treachery.
Treason, huh?
You said Hawkins' fleet traded between Africa and the Indies. What was it they were trading?
Black men with no shirts.
Slaves.
You have to understand, Mr. Stobart, that this was the 16th century.
Oh.
But that doesn't alter the fact that Hawkins and Ketch were slavers and pirates.
Would it surprise you to learn that Hawkins was also a devoutly religious man?
Nope.
He transported slaves in a ship named after Jesus Christ. In my book, that makes him a hypocrite.
Back then, they didn't care. They were just religious. Right? It's not a cat that's Ruddles and he's a cat-shaped demon. Maybe he is. You don't know. That cat could be fooling everybody. Or should I say, that demon could be fooling everybody.
What happened to Ketch? Was he killed?
Oh no, he got away and returned to this island, to this very house.
But the kid said that he got...
Ketch Memorial Museum.
The kid said that he got, you know...
Is it true Frederick Ketch was a pirate?
Frederick Ketch was emphatically not a pirate.
They hanged him, you know, down there on the beach in front of his family. Didn't bother with a trial, just whipped him out from his breakfast table and hoisted him up in chains.
That's usually how things happen.
I've been talking to Rio, the little fisher boy.
I'll thank you not to mention that little wretch in my presence.
Dirty little whelk. Nasty fishy boy.
That will do, Mina.
Welk. There's a word that is definitely British.
Well, if he wasn't a pirate, what did they hang him for?
Envy. Pure green-eyed envy. He had been a successful privateer, you see, and had accumulated great wealth.
As rich as a mink in a paddock.
Shut up, Mina.
Yes, Frost.
The small-minded governor and his lackeys wanted his money. Trumped up some ridiculous charge about breaking the conditions of his letter of marque, and hanged him like a common thief. The blackguards!
No, that's... You said blackguards, not blackguards.
Letter of marque?
The document that permitted him to engage and destroy the enemies of the crown.
Never played pirates, have you?
Between a lawful privateer and a pirate. Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo.
Well, why didn't Ketch just say, take a hike, guys, I've got a pirating license?
Frederick Ketch was not a pirate.
But he did show them his letter of marque.
But they destroyed it and hanged him anyway.
There's his mistake. Shouldn't have shown that letter. Because it wouldn't have made any difference anyway. Because it didn't make any difference anyway. I'm tired. My jokes don't work.
I gather you don't have much time for the little boy.
That child is a delinquent, Mr. Stobart.
Oh, you say?
Yeah, well, he's only, what, 11, maybe?
A knave with one hand on the tarts.
Oh, the tarts. Oh. I hope you are not talking about your own tarts. In other words, they're accusing him of being a little thief.
What is it about Rio that you don't like, Miss Frost?
Well,
That
once
smile
upon
on
a
the
time,
icon.
He and Emily.
Be quiet this instant, Mina.
Who's Emily?
What can you tell me about Emily?
Emily? What business can she be of yours?
Her parents were killed in a typhoon.
We, as her only living relatives, took it upon ourselves to raise the child.
That's good to know Charity isn't dead.
Oh, but she is. Washed overboard in the typhoon.
Mr. Stobart wasn't talking about Emily's mother. He was being sarcastic.
At least you understood the sarcasm, lady.
What else can you tell me about Emily?
How dare you pry into our family in this way?
Just
I refuse to answer any more of your impertinent questions.
being curious, that's all. No questions about Bronson?
The flagpole had a reflective target on the end for Bronson to use as a reference point. It was a flagpole, one of a pair.
How about we talk to the cat?
Hi, Puss. Want to play?
Cats don't play like dogs, you know. Unless you give...
Hey, cat. Watch where you're putting those claws.
Unless you give them catnip. Then they're very playful. Of course, they do it if you have a feather or a mouse or anything in end of a string or a laser pointer. They don't really play with you. They just play with the toy that you're using. Now I was just thinking about it. Give the kitty cat some coal and see what happens. No, doesn't work like with the goat. The goat is the Easter egg, the only Easter egg with the coal, as far as I remember.
It was a sturdy, extendable ladder. The ladder extended easily.
Now move it to the other pole. How about that?
You there? What are you doing?
Pardon me, ladies. I was just going to climb your ladder. I'm helping Bronson.
Oh, you're not like him, are you? He's very polite, isn't he, Frost? And he has dimples when he smiles.
Well,
It was a closed window.
I wouldn't want to be like Bronson anyway.
It was an old house.
And they call this place a museum. I wonder what they have on display inside. Can we talk about Bronson a little bit?
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the sisters.
Get down!
Sorry.
Old Boogie? No. So we gotta get rid of the sisters as well. I do know that if I move the target to the other flagpole, he's gonna get pissed and move away from here, so then little Rio can go and snatch the plans. Oh Rio by the sea, oh.
I didn't want a fishing net.
Oh me, oh my, oh. So let's go talk to Rio again. Maybe he has something more to tell us about Emily and others and stuff. Sup?
I think Bronson is trying to cheat those sweet, vulnerable old ladies.
That's a little unfair, isn't it?
Okay, he's trying to cheat those seriously demented, poisonous old ladies.
You have to admire his acumen.
I have to admire your vocabulary there, little kid.
Tell me about your friend Emily.
Why are you so interested in Emily Ketch?
Emily Ketch? A descendant of Captain Ketch, the pirate?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't bother you?
Why should it? We don't responsible for our ancestors.
Yeah, we don't responsible at all. You're quite right about that. We don't responsible. Good English is there. Just after I had admired your vocabulary, you betray me this way. How dare you?
Tell me about the two old ladies.
Who? The Ketch sisters. One of them's crazy as a coot, and the other will turn you to stone if you're not careful. Say, was that kid giving you trouble?
The Fisher boy? No, he was very polite.
Ha! He's a juvenile delinquent. I suppose he told you I was a crook.
No. We think you're a crook.
Oh no, he's a good kid. He'd never say anything like that.
Sure he would, the little punk.
Can I take a look at your plans?
No way! What interest would they be to you, anyhow?
I've always had a secret desire to be a surveyor.
You have?
Sure. I mean, you surveyors are just like the great explorers, aren't you? Henry the Navigator, Vasco da Gama, Chris Columbus. Maybe you don't sail uncharted seas or discover new continents, but you're okay in my book.
Horseshit. You just stay away from those plans, you hear?
Well, he saw through
Catch you later,
that.
Bronson.
He saw through it all immediately. I wonder if we can show the panties to the little kid. I doubt it, though. I wonder what we can do here. Need to get him away from there, and might need Rio's help to get the plans. Need to get rid of the sisters from up there. Do you guys mind if I take a small break? Take them when he goes to the theodolite, maybe. So that might actually work. Let's try that when he's over here. And then take a look at them. I'm gonna do that before I take a little break. I always wash my hands, Jace. Thank you for reminding me, anyway.
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
Hey, get out of there.
Damn it.
Okay.
It was worth a shot. Just didn't work. Oh well. I'm gonna take a small break. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Next time on Broken Sword 2.
The cat looked at me as if to say, "Why have you brought a dead worm halfway around the world?" I had no answer.